Hello and welcome to another indie horror game here at Horrorable. We are playing Within. When Maya gets a disturbing phone call from her estranged younger brother Nikil, or Nick, it sets in motion a series of horrific events that stirs the past and threatens to destroy all she holds dear. This is a game by Crux Studios, and so far, from what I've seen, it's looking good. They abandoned the god who had made them. They sacrificed unto demons whom they knew not. So let's see, it appears that Maya may be in an office space, maybe she's at work.
I hadn't heard from my brother in over 3 months, which wasn't unusual. Nick tends to disappear for months at a time, not returning my calls, and then he surfaces again as if nothing had happened. I've gotten used to it.
I know the sort.
I don't blame him, considering the childhood we had. I've read somewhere that siblings with shared traumatic pasts tend to grow apart faster when they're adults. Then, last night at around 3 a.m., he left a voice message. I heard it when I woke up a few hours later.
Maya, I hope you're okay. I know I haven't been in touch, but I just wanted to let you know. You may not hear from me again. For a while. I don't want you to worry, though. I'm in a spot of trouble, but nothing I can't handle. I'll figure it out. Whatever you do, don't come looking for me. I'll call you when things are right. I know I haven't said this enough, but I do love you. Always have. Goodbye, Maya.
I must have called him dozens of times, but there was no answer, and then his phone was switched off. I took the next available flight out early next morning. I didn't sleep a wink on the plane. I kept thinking about what kind of trouble he might be in. As soon as I landed, I checked into a motel and then took a cab to the last address I had for him. In the pre-dawn light, the city seemed to grow more decrepit the further in I went, like a thing whose core was growing rotten. I don't know what kind of trouble he's in, but when we were growing up, after Ma died, when it was just the two of us, he'd come to me when he was in real deep and needed saving. And I would save him.
Well, there we have it. A bit of a cryptic message by Nick there. But so far,
get this over with quickly.
Impressed.
I'll find him, make sure he's okay, then head back. I'm already missing a day at work. Let's see, he should be at apartment 405.
And here we go. Ooh.
Gross. Looks like it hasn't been emptied in days. Just trash. I should keep moving.
I should indeed. Can I run? I cannot run so far. Okay, 405. So yeah, so far impressed. The voiceover work is really good. The soundtrack was befitting. Let's just see. No, I can't. Okay, 405. This is as fast as I can go, apparently.
Whose bright idea was it to leave this open? A child might fall in.
Feeling that might come back somehow. But yeah, so Nick's in trouble. Left a bit of a cryptic voicemail message for his sister, Maya. And here I am at this rundown apartment. Oh, that's 405. Okay, I thought that would have been 404, but obviously not. It's got to be the one with the... No. I hear you, doggy. I hear you.
Maybe it's because it's 4:30 in the morning, but
Wow.
This place is creepy.
Oh.
I don't know. Probably gets alive later in the day.
Yeah, I'm not liking the look of... Can I crouch? I can't crouch. Do I have an inventory? Not yet, apparently. Let's just go to 405 in this dark...
Hello?
Wouldn't that be Nick?
Where'd they go? There was someone just here.
Well, you know, you'd think they'd got in the apartment.
Well, this is it. I should just ring the doorbell, see if he answers. Although if he's been drinking, I don't have much hope.
Belligerent little shit biscuit. Come on, bro. Well, doesn't look like anyone's home. Or maybe they're unconscious. That's 3 times now.
I guess he's either not home, or he's sleeping off a drunken binge, which would not be entirely surprising. Maybe I should just try to open the door and let myself in. Gosh, what is that smell? Nick? Nick, are you here?
The smell of boys.
There's
Sweat
gotta be a light switch
bio.
somewhere.
Yeah, you think it was here, right? There we go.
How
Look
is
at
he
this.
living like this? This is terrible.
Wow.
Looks like he's literally living out of a suitcase at this point. He told me he was making money on a freelance web development gig. Was that all a lie? What's he doing with the money he gets?
And that's a photo of,
Didn't know he kept this old picture of Ma. This was taken maybe a year before she died, before the cancer started turning her into skin and bones. When Ma got sick, he was 8 and I was 15. We watched her waste away and die from cancer. We never knew our father. No kid should have to lose both parents so early. We moved in with Aunt Sheba after that. She mostly left us alone, so I had to pretty much raise him. Or at least I tried. I did the best I could, but hell, I was dealing with my own demons. I guess I made a pretty poor substitute for Ma.
So I'm feeling that family is going to play into this, quite an integral part of the drama at play here. I mean, he seems like he's living his best life. You know, pizza boxes, can of beans, unwashed
Would
plates.
it hurt to clean up a little?
Nah, man, he's living the bachelor lifestyle. Leave him alone. Here we go. Do not open, go back.
Right, like this is gonna keep me out. Nick, are you in there? Are you okay? Open this door. I guess I should find some other way to get it open.
Perhaps a key. Always check the toilets. You never know. And the bathtub. Okay, so we need to find a key. Can we actually... No. Can't use the... Did I see a key here? No, I did not. So there's going to be a key somewhere in this mess of an apartment. Oh, is that something there?
What is he doing to himself? Once I find him, I'm gonna have to see about getting him some real food while I'm here. Well, there you go. Looks like he's fallen off the wagon again. Oh, Nick. I sometimes think, if he hadn't had that accident, if his best buddy Alex hadn't been killed, things might have turned out different for him. He was 16, driving home from a party. Alex in the passenger seat. Nick had no business being behind the wheel that night. He was drunk out of his mind. Alex was killed on the spot. Nick survived, but he could never forgive himself for Alex's death. With Ma gone, I was supposed to be the parent, rein him in, but I was a teenager myself, barely holding it together. I should have been tougher with him. I messed up there. I guess I neglected him when it mattered. That's on me.
Okay, so Nick is dealing with a hell of a lot of trauma. His mother dying when he was 8 years old. Okay, so the door just opened itself.
Hello? Nick, are you in there? Quit playing.
Oh, wow.
Jeez. Hello? Hello? How did this door open? There's gotta be a light switch somewhere.
You don't usually find a thermostat in a room, so I'm guessing this is going to be going down.
I see his taste in music hasn't changed. All the death metal and occult stuff he was always into. He used to be a kid who loved pop. The heaviest thing he listened to was like Metallica. When he hit his teens, everything changed. It was like his personality flipped overnight. He began to sink into this dark place, started hanging out with the kind of kids who spell trouble, got into weed, alcohol, and then harder stuff. At some point, it was like he became unhinged. He talked about renouncing God and worshiping spirits or some such thing. I tried to talk sense into him. It felt like every conversation we had escalated into an argument. He kept telling me he couldn't wait to leave and live on his own.
Okay. Morbidium, the depth of Hades. I mean, the artwork here is fantastic, I just have to say. Infiltrator 3. Is that possibly a game?
Well,
Probably.
At least I know where all his money's going. But where the hell is he?
Into these rad-ass posters. Yeah, look at this. Oh, man, that looks great. Okay, so he's got his little Xbox here.
He used to love these consoles growing up. He'd spend hours locked into those games. I guess it was an escape for him after Ma passed and we were living at Aunt Sheba's. The worst period of our lives. He was such a quiet kid back then.
Let's see what we got here.
Just trash. I'm not digging.
Okay,
I should check this computer. Maybe it'll give me some clue to what's going on with him.
yeah, before I do that, though, I just want to check out this rad guitar.
I wonder if he still
Look at it.
actually plays. He was obsessed with the guitar for a while in school, formed a band. They weren't all that good. Lasted all of 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, some really good posters here. Okay,
I should turn on this computer.
let's do it. Just seeing if there's anything. No? Okay. USB drive
A
missing.
USB drive? Let me see if I can find one. This looks days old.
If I was a USB drive, where would I be hiding? In the sofa crack, of course. Well, it wasn't down here.
I would need some kind of USB.
Okay. So I'm getting the feeling that this may be a game that instead of actually finding things, I just have to click on a lot of items until something happens, which isn't too bad. It's just, you know, where am I going to find things? That's the question. It's a good old hiding space for a USB drive, right? Here we go. Right. Oh, there's...
This could be it.
Yeah. I didn't realise opening the drawers was a... Let's just see. Let's just see. No. Okay. Alright. Let's stop messing around.
Maybe this will do the trick. Let's see if it works.
There we go. I finally got it all set up. The Sandbox OS, a heavily secure modded Linux variant running as a VPC, and the game contained within. This may be overkill, but it's better to be precautious considering the rep urban legends about this game. A single exe file, not very clearly named, no instructions. To think it took me nearly 6 months to track it down on the dark web. The things I had to trawl through to find it, things I didn't think I can ever unsee. I don't have much hope for humanity anyway, we're broken beyond redemption. I'll continue taking notes in these text files. If this game is the real deal, it'd make for interesting reading. I could edit it and put out a Reddit post maybe. Maybe do an accompanying video playthrough. Would be a cool way to start the gaming content channel I've always wanted to, but never got around to doing. It's easy to start a channel, but not easy to consistently put out content. I admire those who do. With my track record of starting projects I eventually abandon, I think I know how that will end up. Anyway, first things first. I have to get the game to work. It keeps crashing when I click it. The lore says that it works at random. You just have to keep clicking. The code is probably corrupted. The urban legends around the game are fascinating, if not profoundly disturbing. For example, a guy who played it... Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I like the little in-joke there with content, as is what I'm doing right now. But we may have to click it a few times. Oh, so it's a game within a game. I like it. I like it. although this looks curiously like the apartment block that I'm currently in. Okay. Just checking. And we find ourselves... in some kind of courtyard with pillars. Oh, hello. Yes, I have come to worship you. Oh, this is flesh, is it? I thought this was concrete. Ah, another door is open. Let's check you out. I mean, as walking simulators go, this one isn't bad. Something round here, perhaps? Ah. I would like it if we could move just a little tiny bit faster. And we can't go now, but there does seem to be a light source back there. Okay. I have the unnerving feeling that something's going to jump out at me fairly soon. Okay, here we go. Some nice graffiti on the walls. Or do I have to activate these sigils, perhaps? Is that what this is? There we go, yeah. I'm... whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh. Oh, it's Nick. Is Nick trapped in the game? Well, I think... Oh, no.
Wait, that file wasn't there before. I'm sure of it.
Okay, so Nick's going to be talking to us through the... Got it to run. First impressions, creepy but mostly crappy. A grainy, pixelated PS2 era style walking sim. I hate walking sims. Why do people make them? The game's also unstable, crashed 4 times already. Good thing I sandboxed it. It's chewing up OS files and then randomly spitting them back. How is the OS still going? It's lost system folders, everything on the desktop, including my playlog texts, and even the recycle bin. So it seems to be chewing up the memory, huh? The game has no credits, no title screen, no save or load. After every crash, it randomly teleports you to different levels. It was hard to find, had to trawl through the fake leads, shitposts and BS. I would have given up sooner had I not believed there was some truth to the stories. I finally stumbled on the game almost by accident. Following an anon link to a file dump on an Onion server, I found it amidst cryptically named zip archives, many of them full of unspeakable images. The myth of the game, which I pieced together sifting through volumes of hearsay for silvers of truth, suggests that only one copy can exist at a time, and that it selects the player by allowing itself to be found by those seeking it. It is said to have been birthed in the dark web, that seedy underbelly of humanity's worst impulses, forged not by human hands, but by some unknown force. As I spent hours digging into this, the old compulsions are inexorably returning. Dark thoughts, guilt, a craving for alcohol. I started drinking again. It's impossible to resist. The symbols in the graffiti are pre-Sumerian, suggesting an ancient entity, likely a greater demon that latches onto the hosts. Perhaps most disturbing of all is the notion that it can... And there we go. So, yeah, we're going to have to go back into the game, aren't we? And we'll probably be at another level now. Oh no, we're back where we were. Okay. So perhaps the door, the gated door is now open. Will we see Nick again? No, we will not see Nick again. So a game that birthed itself in the dark web. Interesting. Selects the host as well. So as Maya's playing this now, we can only presume that the dark entity has selected her. Well, the gate door is open. Oh. Just going to step over these mounds of flesh here. Excuse me. And we have activated... Oh, what do we have here? random
What the hell is this?
people. Perhaps people that have...
Nick!
System failure.
I'm pretty sure that was Nick's photo in there. But that makes no sense. I've got to get this game going again.
You know, unless he made the game himself. So let's turn off the computer.
Jeez, that scared me. Just the lights. The electrics here are falling apart, like the rest of the building.
Can I close this door? I'm just going to check, just to make sure there's no demons out here. No ghosts or ghoulies. Okay, let's go back into it. So we had 3, we've skipped 2 to 3, and now we've skipped 4 to 5. Getting worse, growing signs of malevolence, waking nightmares, oppressive thoughts, general malaise, an intense craving for defilement, weird sounds from the other room, voices, footsteps, shifting shadows. An hour ago, the webcam turned on by itself and took a pic. That would then be the picture that we found in the game. I was able to identify the entity from the symbols in the graffiti. Baal Nagin, aka the ill spirit of guilt and grief, aka Magion, the lesser god of shit and death. Here's the entry from Deacon, perhaps the only demonology wiki with some authenticity. A greater demon from pre-biblical times, first worshipped by Lagani, Slit, and then Sumeria. Requires human sacrifice. Feeds on fatalism, guilt, and grief. Manifest in the recurring nightmares of killers, in the lust-regret cycles of sex offenders, in the dying fugue of dead men walking, in the guilt borne by family members of suicide victims, in the PTSD of war survivors, in the haunting dread of good people gone irrecoverably wrong, a vile parasitical being that consumes those who it selects. I thought at first there was no point to the game, just walk from point A to point B activating shrines, but the simplicity could be deliberate. The pattern of the symbols, the piles of refuse and filth, the writings on the scrolls, all of it suggested invocation. If so, the point of the game may be to simply complete it. Have I made a terrible mistake? What have I walked into in the dark, deep? The Dame is trying to, and then okay. So let's try again. Let's go back into the depths of hell, where the god of shit and filth will be our host. Although there doesn't to be filth on the floor now, but hey, we do... I think I was meant to probably see a flicker of an image of Nick there, but I couldn't see him. So, yeah, there we go. He's walking that way. I will follow you. I don't think I should, though. I think this is a trap, perhaps. But yeah, so the website, the game itself obviously turned on his camera and took a pic of him. Just goes to show, kids, always put that sellotape on your webcam. 1 of 4 collected. Okay, we're turning a bit Slender Man here. Once again, probably would help if I could just run just a tad faster than this, or walk a bit faster. I know it's kind of making the tension crescendo to a point where something will pop out. I'm absolutely sure of it. But okay, let's continue down this way. I've got 3 more of these scrolls to pick up, or parchments of demonology type writing on them. I kind of think that by doing this, though, is not a good thing. And it sounds like a door is opened. Yeah. But so far, I am enjoying this. I'm enjoying this quite a lot. The story's quite good. In these type of games... Whoa. Oh? Did that just... No. Okay. Alright, we're all good. We're good. Is this mischievous devil trying to disorientate me? I think it might be the case. And there was a door right there. I missed it completely. Right. Hey, Nick. Hey, bro.
Help me. have to help me.
Nick?
I'm scared, Maya. It's awful here. Please, help me.
It would, Nick.
That was Nick's voice, I'm sure of it. I'm gonna get this PC going again.
Maybe you shouldn't have been, going through the dark web.
Hello? Is someone there? It's too dark in here. I should get the lights on. I can't leave just yet. I need to find Nick.
Oh, I thought someone was knocking at the door, that's why I came out. Is someone in my bathroom taking a shower?
Nobody. But that's impossible.
Could have been the wind.
Nick. But his face. What is happening to me?
I think the noxious gas smell from this apartment is starting to play with your mind. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Alright, I have to boot the system again. I saw Alex today. He was here, in the apartment, standing by the far wall. He looked the same as he did when I saw him all those years ago on a gurney in a morgue the day after the accident. His dead body cold, his face split open, his eyes wide. Despite his horrific wounds and the odd angle of his neck, he was somehow still alive. He called out to me. He was grinning, but I saw the hatred in his dead eyes. I survived the accident. Even though I was the one drunk and driving, I was flung out of the car and came to unhurt, except for a few scratches. He wanted me to follow him. I begged him for forgiveness, but I know it's too late for that. There can be no redemption for a man like me. I must go after him. I have no choice. First, I have to call Maya. I have to warn her. I have to tell her to stay put, not come looking for me, because I know Maya. She'll come looking if she doesn't hear from me for too long. She still feels responsible for me, even after all these years. Still blames herself for my failures, even though she absolutely shouldn't. If only she knew that she's the last good thing left in my life. The reason I'm alive is because she saved me a million times already. But she can't save me this time. Not from this. And I can't let her get hurt. If she comes here... Blah, blah, blah. Well, I mean... We're going back in the game, but would you... Oh, no, it's crashed. He did say we had to click a few times. I'm just going to try clicking it until it loads. No. Okay. I'm going to try 2 more times. There we go. So we have a gated door right from the outset. That's going to be... Oh, and then we have another gated door there. So there's 2. Do these sigils... No, they did not react when I go near them. Okay, so this is the only way through now. I am liking the concept. It is greatly put together. However, these scenes of walking around just collecting parchments now are beginning to get a little bit repetitive. I mean, is it meta if you're already saying in your own game, oh, all this is a kind of PS2 walk around walking simulator? Yes, but also at the same time, Nick's doing a bit of a spider walk on the ceiling there. It looked like Nick. I mean, maybe I assume that Nick's been transformed into some demon within the game, and what he was doing was calling Maya so that he could transfer himself to her. That's what I'm gathering here. Okay, at least that one wasn't too long-winded in terms of walking around. And now we have the main gate open, where we have what appears to be some sort of statue. Hello. Or a demigod. And And that would be the end of the game.
That? Nick, wait!
Come on, Nick. Oh, the apartment's looking a bit worse for wear now, not just because of Nick's, oh dear.
Nick!
Oh, we're in the game. Oh, well, I can put the lights back on at least, that's something. Is she not going to comment on the walls? There's shit all over the walls? Oh, look at the mother. Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. Okay, yeah, I will go after Nick now. The outside doesn't seem as bad.
Nick!
That doesn't sound good. He's in the outside now.
Nick, stop! It's me!
Oh, Nick. Come on, Nick. That's clearly not your brother. I mean, I know you want to save him, but that's clearly not Nick. This is what happens, kids, when you mess around with the dark web.
What the hell? I'm not going near that elevator. What the hell was that?
I think it's time to leave. But I cannot. Ah, so we have a new... I mean, chances that going up would be the way to go, right? No, we're going down... into the dark, danky basement. Nick, you belligerent little shit biscuit. I'm coming for you.
I'm down here. Come quick.
I'm coming, Nick, but I had this sneaky suspicion you're a demigod. You've been possessed by some unearthly creature that has now escaped into the real world.
Maya, come on. I'm waiting for you, Maya.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Where are you? We're all waiting.
Doesn't sound good at all. Oh no.
You can't save me, Maya. You never could. Even when we were growing up, you couldn't even protect me from myself. The accident, Alex's death, my miserable life, all of it could have been different. If only you'd done what you were supposed to do.
Who are you? What have you done to my brother? Sometime later, I found myself back in the apartment. I couldn't remember how I got there. There was no sign of Nick, or the thing that had looked like him. And his computer would no longer turn on. I did the only thing I could. I filed a missing person report and flew home. It's been 6 months since then. I've tried every possible way to locate him, but there's been no word from him. I keep thinking about the thing I saw at the bottom of those stairs, the thing from inside the game. When it came at me, just before its awful malevolence could engulf me, something, or someone, stepped between us and shielded me. I think that's how I got away. I think it was Nick who saved me.
The end. Well, there you go. That was Within. And a few notes to kind of say that I thought the voice acting was superb. For an indie game, that was some of the best voice acting that I've heard for a long time. The actual story has been done before, you know, the kind of saving of the sibling, traveling to a location, not finding him, sort of seeing some notes, etc., etc. But it was superbly executed. The only kind of things I would say against this was there wasn't really much to do. I like the kind of meta sort of game within the game, the kind of note saying like, you know, playing this and whatnot. I mean, this is what I'm doing right now. So there is that kind of fourth wall breaking to a certain extent, which I did appreciate. The jump scares didn't really get me with the demon, but I like the lore, I like the mythology, I like the fact that Nick was stuck in the game. I think there should have been something at the end there when the demigod came over and tried to take over Maya that, you know, got pushed away. Not just her sort of saying at the end, a bit of exposition to saying that maybe Nick did save her. But overall, I really enjoyed this. Yeah, so that was Within, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. You horrible lot.